Namaste, I'm Jhanvi Chengappa from 3rd semester BSc from Amrita School of Arts and Science. Today I'm here in Ramakrishna Ashram, Kondampet to interview Ganesh Maharaj.
Namaste Swamiji.
Namaste Jhanvi.
My topic is ISHWAR based on Bhagavad Gita. So who is ISHWAR in Bhagavad Gita?
When we ask a small child, where is God? The child will say, God is everywhere. When this answer is told by a child, if God is everywhere, does it leave room for me, you, or anybody else to exist? No. Yes. God is all pervading. But the very God, who is all pervading, when we take in the realm of duality, I exist, God exists in the realm of duality, we see, when we notice in this Jagat, we see some creations are happening, some are being sustained, some are getting dissolved. The power which creates, which sustains, and which destroys, that power is called as ISHWAR. Depending upon that functioning, when it is creating, sometimes we call it as Brahman. When it is sustaining, we call it as Vishnu. When it is destroying, we call it as Rudra. But slowly, when we look into the nature of the Vishnu, nature of the Brahma, nature of the Rudra, slowly they will elevate into the one Godhead, taking the individual to realize that whatever is there, it is being pervaded by Lord Himself. To take an example, in the Ganesha Jayanti, we ask the all-pervading Lord to come in the form of Ganesha and accept our service. Sri Ramakrishna says, though the ocean is infinite, because of the cold, some places the water takes the form of an ice. Though Lord is everywhere, because of our bhakti, the all-pervading Lord takes the form and comes into the form and accepts our service. Afterwards, we make the prana pratisthapana. We request the universal Lord, because mind can conceive only of form, not of formlessness. So we request the all-pervading Lord to take the form and come and accept our service. And we do the prana pratishtha. We call it as image or pratika, representation of the all-pervading Lord in the form.
What does Bhagavad Gita say about ISHWAR?
Ishvara idea, when Sri Krishna is talking to an individual, he says that Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. He is pointing that the all-pervading Lord, He equally resides in your heart as your own essence. Ishvara.
So when a small child comes up and asks to you, ask any person, who is God, what do you tell him?
I try to the child to tell him to recognize how it is being protected. I try my best to point out to a small example to tell him that he is being taken care perfectly by his parents. For a child to tell him, the first God which he can equate is his mother. Because the Lord is protecting us. He is sustaining us. Likewise, a child can understand mother protects him. Mother sustains him. And mother is full of love and there is no fear with mother. Then slowly I try to point. Your mother is also being protected by the power, and I try to point him that who is beating your heart? Who is beating your mother's heart? Who is taking care of all of us? Who is growing these flowers? Right at the seasons, who is giving the mango? Isn't it something wonderful is taking care of us? Seasons come and go. Do you recognize somebody is there to take care of all of these things? When you eat your food, it digests. Do you understand some power is there which is digesting? When you fall on a ground, you get hurt, and slowly after some days it heals. There is something healing power inside it. I tried to make him understand there is something power which is taking care of him. If your mother is taking food, it also digests him. A common functioning is going everywhere. A one power is sustaining all of us, and that power is called as God.
If Ishwara is the sole controller, then why do people commit crimes? Can't Ishwara control and stop people from committing crimes?
See, when we understand, a man realizes that Ishvara is the sole controller, he cannot commit mistakes.
So you say, before they realize they commit.
Before, as long as a man does not understand what God is, he is only in the realm of body and mind. As long as the individual is locked in this body and mind concept, his individuality, or whatever we call as ego, rules. And according to the ego samskaras, the man's behavior is. The very nature of the ego is possessive nature, selfish. For the sake of selfishness, he is going to he may commit a crime. For the sake of somebody, he may commit a crime. In our scriptures also, there are so many incidents. Angulimala, to take an example. To protect his family, he was creating crime. The reason is true, but the act is wrong. According to that effect, he is going to reap results in his body and mind. So, once he understands there is an internal power which sustains this body and mind also, where would his ego anchor? Ego will anchor in the all-pervading Lord, and he will not commit crime. It's a non-recognition of a higher power which is making him self-centeredness.
On the whole, how do you explain the concept of Ishwara?
Just observe. Everywhere creation is there, sustenance is there, dissolution is there. The planets are moving around, the sun shines, the flowers bloom, a wonderful power is manifesting. When I cut my nails, nails grow. When I cut my hairs grow. The cells are being continuously replaced. The food I take is being digested. The heart beats. The in-breath and out-breath are continuously there. The in-tide and out-tides are there. Everything, don't you see? A wonderful power. Intuitively we understand that a wonderful power is sustaining. Recognize that. That recognition of that Shakti is called as Ishvara.
Thank you so much.